be very proud of you.
I'm sorry, Reggie, it's over. I just don't
Lucky young man.
I'm taking the boys with me.
This is one hell of a place you got here, son. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Good job on that city
Fine.
New York's been asking about you. Trying to steal you is more like it.
I baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and
If
the
you
Holy
want my
Spirit.
advice,
Amen.
enjoy your time at the top of the mountain. She may not always be here.
Hello? Hello? They're still not responding.
God, help me!
Once upon a time I said the future won't always be this way. But it seems like time and time again I get caught up in the gray. Will we fight together how? If you're ready, feel like it does right now. When the whole world begins to surround you, and all your fears are starting to drown you, it's time to tell him that you are his master. Got to learn to fight this bastard. Are you in the
Get the album that has the music industry talking. From the award-winning international hard rock duo Follow No One comes an epic new concept album presented in an exciting cinematic way. Go to faiththealbum.com for this one-of-a-kind album experience now.
Hey guys, well, happy 4th of July weekend from sunny Colorado. We've got a beautiful day today, and I'm just out enjoying the weather and just chilling. We're trying to. We've got a 4th of July sale going on all weekend, if you didn't know. Buy one, get one free. CD version or digital of our new album, Fate, you should know by now, and our debut EP 5 on CD or digital. You buy Fate, you get the other one free, and we're going to do that through the 5th. So hope you get a chance to take advantage of that. If not, you know, hey, get us on the rebound sometime. Been really enjoying the action in the Facebook group, guys, and I don't know, we're kind of using you all as guinea pigs in a little bit of a way to kind of see what direction we're gonna go with this thing, because we like the community aspect that's been developing with everyone, and we'd like to keep that going. So feel free to comment or share any ideas you've got to make this a fun place to be for all of us in that group, and you know, going forward onto some other platforms. And if you've noticed, we've been doing some live streaming lately, testing that, getting that down, because we've got a lot of video stuff coming that I think you guys are really going to dig, and we're going to go more into depth in the album, and I don't know, just some cool content, you know, and some togetherness, you know. But anyway, have a great 4th for those of you in the United States. Those of you who aren't, hey, it's our Independence Day, and we know all about you guys. You guys do your thing on Independence Day too, so you know what's up. And hey, wherever you're from, be proud of that place. God put you there for a reason. Anyway, rock on, and I'll talk to you soon.
E aí galera do Brasil, tudo bom? Aqui é Pedro, guitarrista de Follow No One, e eu queria partilhar convosco a notícia do lançamento do nosso próximo álbum. Eu sei que você tem estado aí para nos apoiar, e por isso eu queria dar um abraço muito especial meu e do Rich. Então, o lançamento do álbum Fate, que é um álbum conceitual, feito com muita dedicação e atenção ao detalhe, ele vai sair no dia 13 de maio. Por isso, aproveita para passar lá no site follownoone.com, follownonemusic.com, e passa lá para se registrar e não perder a data de lançamento do álbum, tá? A gente espera lá. Um grande abraço meu e do Rich e rock on!
something we created.
Hi everyone, it's Plastic EP here. I hope you're having a great evening there in the USC, and you're having a great afternoon here in Australia, and you're having a good afternoon there in the UK. Now, we've got Kathy CC Carlson with us with Gemstars. I've got a special VIP guest with us, right? We've got Rich Hall coming in from, where are you coming in from, Rich?
I'm in Colorado, Plastic EP.
That's groovy. And we also got Kathy Carlson coming in from New Mexico. Let's go with the show.
She's my kind of girl. She's my kind of girl. Soon you'll be close to me, 'cause you mean the most to me. You're my kind of girl. Yes, you're my kind of girl.
Get straight into it, Kathy, and tell us all about Rich Hall.
Okay, well, Plastic EP, this is special because this is an exclusive release of Follow No One with the lead singer of the band, Rich Hall. Thank you, Rich.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me on.
Okay. Well, we know
Pleasure.
you're the lead vocalist in the band. And now what's your newest release that you're releasing soon? The single, right?
We just announced a brand new album coming out, and it is called Fate. And it's a unique album. It's what we like to call a cinematic hard rock album. It's a little bit beyond the normal concept album in that we've tried to recreate scenes between the songs that you might, if you close your eyes and you're in a movie theater, that might be the way you hear it. So we're trying to tell a story, and the story revolves around my near-death experience about 2015. I almost bled to death, and both the blood vessels in my throat exploded. And I ended up in a emergency room, and I don't really remember any of it, but to make a long story short, they expected me to die on that table and thought that I was. And my comeback from that, getting back into rock and roll and just into life in general, is what Fate the album is about. And also there's a side story about, during all that, I lost everything I had, and just getting it back. And that's what this album's about. And it's best music we've done in our careers by far so far. So we're really excited about the album.
That's an amazing story. And the thing is, you've taken it from life and put it into music. I mean, that's something that, will grab people's attention because it's real.
Yeah, I think so. That's one of the things when you do what they like to call in the business, a passion project. We wanted to avoid it to come off as a passion project, because then, it might interest us, but it might not be interesting to everyone else. But, we try to hit on some things that are kind of universal. I mean, there's no one in this room or over the internet that hasn't had some type of struggle in their life. And, some are just a little worse than others, I guess, from the outside looking in. But this is about, taking on those types of things, like almost dying, addiction, losing it all, and finding a way back and kicking ass in the process. Pardon my French.
Oh, that's okay. Now, Rich, because we all had obstacles with COVID, and you won that award just before COVID. I mean, that's another obstacle. I mean, you won the award. Can you explain to me in Nashville what you won?
Yeah, we were nominated in 2019 for what I understand is the biggest independent music awards show in the world, the Josie Music Awards. And, we were up against about, 18 or to 20 different artists from all around the world. It's a worldwide event, and people came from everywhere. And we were fortunate enough to walk away with the win for Best Rock Act. And, after that, of course, we're ready to rock and we're ready for new things. And then you're right, COVID hit. So, you know, the old saying, take lemons and turn them into lemonade. To be honest with you, if we hadn't had the time, we probably wouldn't have decided to take on such an ambitious project like this. And because of that time, we went ahead and just went for it and spent approximately a little bit over a year on the production and everything musically and videos and etc. Matter of fact, Kathy, I think I talked to you when I was looking for somebody to shoot the video. We were fortunate to find someone. And yeah, it's COVID kind of enabled this, but you know, I know everybody's so sick of hearing about COVID and having to deal with it, especially in Australia, because I've got quite a few friends in Australia and it's been pretty rough on you guys, especially. But, you know, hey, we can't dwell on those things in life that, you know, just going to drag you down for good. You've got to kind of just make the best with what you have available and keep going. And, you know, my goal and Pedro's goal, my guitarist, composer extraordinaire, our goal is ultimately to get a nomination for a Grammy. And we're doing our best to make it worthy of one.
Well, that's true what you said. And as I said, we're going through COVID. We've come out of lockdown, but nothing's changed and our lives have changed. And basically, I tell people, you know, when you're a bit down, watch a movie, listen to some music, you know, like take time out, turn the TV off, don't listen to it, and just get close to nature if you can. That's my take.
You know what? In Colorado, I'm in the perfect place to do it. And
exactly.
When it first
started,
to
the Grand Canyon.
Oh, wow. I've not been there yet, actually. I've not been to the Grand Canyon. That's on my bucket list.
Can I say something? What's unbelievable about it, Rich, I've got to tell you, being Australian, when I went there with my wife, right, when you come off the bus, if you had a family of little kids and you're a tourist, you don't know that where the bus stops, your kids can just get off the bus. You're not looking. They could just go for a run and go straight off the edge. I'm being serious.
You know what? I'm a little freaked out by heights. And the fact that I live in Colorado, you know, I went to Pikes Peak and did the whole thing. And I had to take a stop on the way down to get my nerves about me to keep going. You know, I'm not a big fan of that, but I have to go to the Grand Canyon. I mean,
hey, Rich, I can appreciate you too, right? Because I'm not one for heights. And what happens is they got that skywalk where you stand on the glass and they give you like slippers, like, you know, you're in your lounge room or you just had a shower. And I walked on it and it was like, I felt that the glass was going to crack. I hate heights.
You know, no, hell no. I'm not, it'd be hard to get me up there. And I don't. I told somebody that, you know, the only way you could get me to do something involving heights, like if we hit Billboard with the album, then I will jump out of an airplane. But, you know, I was in the military and it obviously wasn't the airborne division because no.
I know. I was in the military too. That's cool. I think we did have a conversation about that as well. But now, can we talk about how you got your roots? I mean, how did you get involved with the music business?
Well, it's kind of you know, everybody's got a different path to, you know, on how they got there. I actually started out in theater. And when I was very young, my mom had me audition for a musical, Tom Sawyer, and I got the lead. And after that, I just loved music in general. And I had just a fantastic music teacher who came from the old Cleveland circuit and played like Blood, Sweat, and Tears and some of the great rock, jazz types of clubs out. And he ended up being my band teacher in grade school. So I was so fortunate. And he encouraged me to write music and do everything. And in I don't know what year it was, I won't say it, but when I came into high school, I was a freshman. Someone that I had known from doing those things had a rock band and asked me at the time, he just knew he knew I sang, but I was a little young and played keyboards. You want to play keyboards for our band? And they're seniors in high school. They're pretty talented musicians, actually, still are. And after I did that, I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to do rock and roll, man. There's nothing like it. So, you know, I just dug into all the music, going back as far as I could. Probably, you know, I had some jazz roots, so that was kind of already there, but really got into the Beatles and just kind of kept going until I got to what was really current at the time. And there were some pretty good acts out there, when I was in that age to be interested. Fortunately for me, that got kept my interest peaked, and that's really how I got into it. And you know how it is from there. It's just a heck of a lot of hard work, practice, and
Is there any Australian artists that have influenced you?
AC/DC.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
AC/DC is, who haven't they influenced? Not so, I think from roots-based rock, just that gives the heart and soul of rock and roll. There aren't too many other bands that come to my mind, and probably not any, maybe Zeppelin, but that really have that heart of rock and roll and what they do in every single song. It's an AC/DC song.
Yeah, they didn't change the formula because their brother was in the band, the Easy Beats, George Malcolm, right? George Young, and he was in the Easy Beats and had big success in 1965 with the song Friday on My Mind. But also, let me tell you, a band you need to look up is called The Angels, right?
Okay.
Now, they opened up for AC/DC, and they had the same production company as AC/DC, Albert Productions. You need to look up The Angels, and I'll tell you what, they've got the greatest songs.
Fantastic. I'm always looking for new music because, I'm not going to say that new music isn't okay, but finding something that I missed along the way, there's just something entirely different about that. And it's like, hey, how did I miss this? And there's been a few bands like that, in my life, and I guess my age has part to do with it. But my old man had a heck of a record collection, and that had as much to do with me being in rock as anything. Listening to Hendrix and Beatles and Zeppelin and Ted Nugent and Kansas and all those great artists from the 70s my dad was into. Yeah, man, it was just, I don't know. It was always exciting. Music's always been exciting as long as you just keep looking for new stuff to me.
Right. Now, Rich, now you're ready to travel the world. You even say so on your website. Yeah, that's so cool. And so, yeah, tell us about it. What you're planning on doing? You're going to do some touring?
Well, that is the $1 million question for a lot of people, because I just saw news today that changes everything again. As far as them restricting travel again. So, quite honestly, if the correct opportunity presents itself, oh yeah, I would love to. But that being said, I'll be happy to do what I can on a limited basis. Even, that's one of the great things about the internet is I get to meet so many people, and you guys do as well, that I'd never even hear of sometimes in some cases, and I definitely wouldn't hear their stories. And I know from watching this program, you get some of the greatest people from rock and roll from different points of view than what you see on those shows. And that's why I started watching your show originally and really dig it and stuff. So there you go.
I got to say, Rich, I saw your videos. They're fantastic videos. And if you'd be kind enough now to take the opportunity to tell everybody where your videos are and where your music is.
You know what? The easiest way to find us is to just Google Follow No One. Our page on Google front page gives you access to us on Spotify and YouTube and all those different places, because everybody uses something different, it seems a little bit. But for the time being, I guess I should probably focus your attention more so on our official page for the album, and that is faiththealbum.com. And if you go there, you can watch this is going to be an exclusive to your viewers, because we're debuting the premiere next Friday on December 3rd on YouTube. But on that website, the video trailer is overlaid. So as soon as you get there, you'll get to watch the trailer, and we'd be happy for you to sign up, and we'll provide you updates and keep you in the loop until the release date, which we think right now is somewhere going to be around March 4th.
Wow. Well, I was just blown away by your music and your vocals. You and your band are so dynamic. We really need a band like you to come back and bring that exact vibe of all the legends. And that's exactly what you and your band does, I have to say.
That's what, really, that's what we try to do, because I'm not knocking any of the newer artists because of their age and their influences and everything that they came through. Their sound is a little bit different and everything, and that's great. But, what it seems like what's been missing in music for a while, at least to me, is just that part of rock and roll that my generation and the older ones relate to just doesn't seem to always come through in the new music. So since we're influenced by some of the same people that our fans are from those eras, it allows us to just really, not pick and choose, so to say, but place whatever element of rock and roll fits best in each piece of music we do individually and as a larger concept. And that's what we're trying to do, is just grab the fans out there that kind of maybe a little bit, quit listening to music. They got older. I'm too old for rock and roll. You're never too old to rock and roll. And we're just trying to get people excited about it again as much as we can. So we're doing our small part to keep it going, but there's a lot of other people out there like this show and others that are still, hey.
I like that.
Yeah.
Let's rock on. That's what I say. Let's
rock
keep
on,
rocking
man.
this world.
You got it.
Okay. So, basically you're got a wonderful band and you're ready to rock and roll and you're ready to release your new album and you got your videos and everything. So now, are you self-managed?
You know what? I do everything for us. And that's the one thing about not having a label, that there's some things that I don't get to devote as much time to as I would like. And, that I hear the argument, and mostly coming from more established artists, I guess, maybe some less, but, against the album mentality, and a lot of people that already have brand, naturally, if they want to go independent, that works well for them. Because people already know them and are looking for them. But, the thing with rock and roll these days is, since the genre is not a number one genre anymore, there are a lot fewer labels, and quite honestly, labels just aren't putting the money into development of rock and roll anymore. So we figure, hey, the cream rises to the top. We thought the award might do that for us, but I've never been involved in any business that didn't require you to pay your dues continuously. And if you keep trucking and keep your head down and keep moving forward and stay positive, better off than not, you're going to find some success somewhere. And success is how we all define it. And success for me, like I told you earlier, would definitely be a nomination for a Grammy for this album, and also, some good reaction from the fans, and which reflect in album sales and those types of things. Not necessarily for financial benefit, but I'm fortunate for that. But more just because this is what I do, for lack of better terms. So
I can see the passion. I see the love for the music, and I see that you give a lot to the public, and that's what really counts. And I mean, it's what you want to do, and that's it. And you're not stopping, and you're just moving forward.
Yeah,
and you're taking pride in your work and what you're releasing. I mean, that's the main thing, isn't it?
It sure is. It sure is. And it seems like that there's so much new music coming out all the time that it's just hard to keep up with it. And I think it's important to take extra time, with everything you're going to present to your fans, and make it the best you have. I every now and then, and even now, as we're going through the final mix down and mastering and everything, at the last minute after I've already said, yeah, everything's great 500 times, you know what, man, I want to add this harmony right here. That's it. That'll be the last time. I think I've said that about 50 times now, but that's what it's about: continuous improvement and getting it right to the point where you feel satisfied that you've done nothing yet. There's nothing else you can do to make that any better. That's your best work, and that's what I try to give you each and everybody every time. So, why, if you're not going to do that, why even bother? That's at least from my standpoint.
Exactly. Kathy, any other questions before we do a wrap?
Well, basically, has anyone ever compared you to any artists?
You know, we try to ask our fans, okay, it would help us for marketing purposes and targeting new fans to compare us to tell us who we sound like to you. And everybody, the answer always is you sound like Follow No One. And quite honestly, it's a blessing and a curse. It's a curse that, we're unique, obviously, and hopefully that's a good thing. I guess it's just a blessing. It's not a curse. What am I saying?
Well, having a unique sound is the way to go.
Yeah, it's just a matter,
Get the album that has the music industry talking. From the award-winning international hard rock duo Follow No One comes an epic new concept album presented in an exciting cinematic way. Go to faiththealbum.com for this one-of-a-kind album experience now. Get the album that has the music industry talking. From the award-winning international hard rock duo Follow No One comes an epic new concept album presented in an exciting cinematic way. Go to faiththealbum.com for this one-of-a-kind album experience now.
Yep,
Well, we
I'd
wish
agree.
you luck and thanks for being on our show, Gemstars. It's been our pleasure, Rich, to have you on.
God
Thanks
bless you
again,
all.
Kathy, and we'll see you soon, everyone out there. Keep smiling. Let's make this world a happy place. That's it, Rich. I love it. Go and buy his new album. Don't wait.